All right. Good morning. I guess I'm a little bit late. It's just been one of those mornings already. We got a little bit of snow last night, so there's some moving of snow that had to be done this morning. So I'm starting just a little bit behind what I normally am. But other than that, man, it's been a beautiful day out there. Um, just still trying to get stuff set up. I did set anything up beforehand, and I don't know why, but it is what it is. So I'm just running a little bit behind right now. Oh, what the heck? Yeah, Aaron, I just saw that. When I logged onto my computer this morning. By the way, good morning, Aaron. I logged on my computer and had a notification that Aaron was live, and I'm like, "What?" So I went and clicked on it, and there was nothing there, and I'm like, "What the heck?" I know it takes a little bit for the lives to go into the your channel to be able to watch later. But I went as soon as I walked in, I saw that, and I was like, "I got to check out what Aaron's doing." I was already gone. I didn't set anything up today because, like I said just a minute ago, we got a little bit of snow last night, so I haven't out. I bought the Ryobi cordless shovel. It's basically just just a mini snow blower. It's only 12 inches wide or something like that. But it moves snow pretty good, especially when it's not a whole lot. It really wasn't enough to bring out a snow blower, but that cordless shovel worked just perfect. Oh, you're just playing with it, seeing how it worked. Yeah, the first live I did, I was doing the same thing. I was actually just playing with it, trying to figure out what the heck was going on. Seeing how things different worked, like having the vertical screen next to your regular screen and stuff is it's kind of weird. Oh, it was just a dusting, maybe an inch and a half, 2 inches of snow. We got 5.5 inches of snow on Tuesday into Wednesday, and my wife didn't really shovel a whole lot. And what she did shovel, like when I bring my snowblower out and I blow snow, I do a full path of the snowblower, 28 inches into the grass, the sidewalk, and then into the grass. So there's plenty of room. And then where we park our cars, I do the same thing. I go into the grass, so we have plenty of room to park and get in and out of everything. So you had about 30 people in your live, or 30 minutes of live. A few people showed up. I wish I'd have been one of them. I wish I'd have seen that. Oh, your mom's got dusting of snow about 30 minutes away. Yeah. Well, an hour from here, south of here, they got a lot more snow. Um, I'm up in the north central part of North Dakota. In the southwestern corner around Dickinson, they were reporting 8 inches of snow by like 5 o'clock yesterday afternoon. So they actually had quite a bit of snow. Not us though. We got lucky. Someone say, "Look, I like snow personally. It hides all the dinginess of the dead grass and dead leaves. That's not dead; it's just hibernating. But it doesn't have the beautiful green look on the lawns. It hides all of that. The only thing that sucks is you have to go out and you have to move it. But I like that too. And it's only single digit degree temperature out right now. When I went out there to start moving the snow, it was 9 degrees. Uh, just a little chilly. Uh, Overnight tonight, I think it's at by 8 o'clock in the morning. It's supposed to be like 3 degrees below zero here tomorrow. So it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful. Let's see. oh, you're going to be in the 30s today. Yeah, that's actually about a perfect winter temperature at 30 degrees. It's cold enough to keep things froze, but it's not that cold that you can't do stuff outside. I actually don't mind that at all. That's not what I wanted. Yeah, still trying. Usually, before I do a live stream, I'll go in and I'll put any of the pictures I want in and anything like that into the stream so I can pull them up. I didn't get any of that done today. I'm just way behind. Just having too much fun outside playing with a snow shovel and even with my snow blower, I did take it out to cut the wider paths because my wife and granddaughter the other day did their version of snow blowing, and not quite what I was hoping they would do, but they had fun, and that's what mattered right now. They're out there enjoying themselves. So, how was your Thanksgiving, Aaron? Did you have a good Thanksgiving? Everybody enjoy it? Need to catch up on videos for everyone. It's been a busy few days. It has been very busy. Well, Thanksgiving. How did I survive Turkey Day? And you had a few slip-ups. Well, I don't consider them to be slip-ups right now. You don't, well, I haven't seen you in the meetings. I haven't seen you do these here with Dr. Kiltz in the morning. He does his live stream at 6 a.m. Eastern. And so that's 5 o'clock in the morning, my time. When he has stuff like an apple pie or a piece of apple pie or French fries, he doesn't call them slip-ups. He doesn't call them cheats. He calls them a treat. And, for the holiday, it is what it is. Don't consider it to be a cheat. Don't consider it to be a slip-up. You enjoyed yourself. You had what you wanted to have. And now you just get back to what you're doing. For the first time ever, I've never had this before. My daughter got a couple of they're homemade. It's the home baker that does it. She made some fruity thing. It's got a sugar cookie crust, like a cream cheese inside or cheesecake inside, and then it's got fruit on the outside in the shape of a turkey. It's actually pretty cool looking. And then she got a cream cheese pumpkin pie, but it was cream cheese. I don't know what was all in it, but I ended up having to be the one that cut the pumpkin pie, or the cheesecake. I cut it and I got some on my fingers and I, have it, put it in my mouth. I was like, ooh, that's pretty good. I cut one of the slices that I cut into 3 slices all together. I had a piece, my wife had a piece, and it was absolutely delicious. Now, I'm wearing a CGM again, so it had absolutely zero response on my CGM. In fact, my CGM was lower 2 hours after eating that than it was when I started. And same with our Thanksgiving dinner. We had a smoked ham that my dad did. We had the turkey that my wife did, and I did a brisket. And when we got to my daughter's house, my wife and daughter did the potatoes and the sweet potatoes and dressing and the green bean casserole, and plus she had all kinds of holiday stuff there too. She had a meat and cheese tray with crackers on it, and my wife brought another fruit dish, and it was actually pretty nice. But I wonder if I can get that pulled up here really quick. That damn cheesecake, that was actually really That was really, really good. That's not what I wanted to do. I'm having technological difficulties today. Let's see here. I am sometimes shocked by things that impact my CGM. This week was tough. I was on a few antibiotics which caused, yeah. The last time my wife had to be on an antibiotic, it spiked her blood sugars tremendously every time she took her antibiotic, which is crazy. It shouldn't do that. It really shouldn't. I do not understand why it would do that. Yeah, so I'm trying to do right now. I'm looking in my there's a way I can pull off on my phone right onto my computer, and I don't have to get to the computer. And I've actually got a spot in here, and I'm trying to figure out which one it is because I have way too much junk in here. I'm pretty sure that was where I wanted to be, but it is not updated. So then I got to go this way. Yeah, this is normally what I do when I, for my show prep in the morning, I come in here and I'll pull these pictures off of here and I'll put them inside this so that, holy cow, that's really, what the heck? Yeah. I don't know why I didn't do it like it normally does. Usually when I put this stuff in my phone and I pull up the app that links my phone to my computer, it will automatically transfer a lot of what's on here right to a folder I have. And for some reason today, it's not doing it. Maybe I have to open it. Yeah, so how's this, Aaron? I've been outside for the last hour, actively moving snow, being active, and my blood glucose has actually gone up. Yeah. From before I started going out there and do this, I was at 95. And now after being out there for an hour moving snow and stuff, I'm at 112. And I haven't ate. The only thing I've had so far is what I'm drinking right here with my chocolate caramel element. And I think I already saved that one. Yep. Oh, what else do we have here? This picture. Yeah, it is common when you work out, it does go up, and I should recover pretty quickly. I found that in the last few weeks when I've been like ice skating, when I go out and skate, and I've been doing it between an hour and a half, my glucose will go down 10 to 12 points from when I started skating. So yeah, that's your body releasing stores. Yeah, it's called gluconeogenesis. Your liver, when you start activity, your liver will start making glucose for you so that you keep your energy going. And it's actually it's common. It's the same thing when you wake up in the morning, and if you have that the dawn effect where your glucose goes up because you're waking up, that's what happens. That's your body waking itself up. It's cortisol causing your glucose to go up so that you're ready for whatever the day brings you. And yeah. Come on. My computer's being so slow this morning. I'm clicking on pictures on this screen over here, getting them to save, and all right, so it saved it. Thanks for telling me. And transferring them over and getting stuff set up so that I can put them into here. No, let's see if I can find where my computer put them. There it is. All right, so I'm going to add this one. Bear with me for just a moment while I add these pictures in here real quick. Oh, look at that. That's my brisket that I made. That started out as a 14-pound brisket. And that, oh my goodness, it was so good. The only part that disappointed me is on the right side. You see the little pointy part there? That part there never got tender. There's like a 2-inch spot on that point that just didn't render. The fat rendered fairly good inside of it. It looked actually really nice, but it never really got tender. The burnt ends on that side, it just never, they weren't edible. Yeah, I started adding some healthy vegetables with my gastric bypass, just all high fats is rough. Yeah, that's actually a tough one to do. Is I know, like, you've had that, and Kip is getting ready to do that. Kip Moore. There's a few other people that I've seen on here that have had that, have done gastric bypass or some type of surgery for that. And it's, for some of the people, it's worked out really well. And if they've stayed carnivore-ish, it's actually not that bad of a thing. Yeah. I threw it on my pit boss about 7 o'clock at night on Wednesday at 200 degrees, and I put an extra smoke tube in on with that. And I let it smoke until like that till 8 o'clock in the morning. And 8 o'clock in the morning, it was about 165 degrees. I brought in and put in a foil boat, turned the heat back up to 250 degrees until it was right around 11, about 10:30, 11 o'clock. And then I turned it to 275 until it reached 203. And then I pulled it, wrapped it in butcher paper, and I threw it in. I have an igloo cooler that's like a Yeti. It's that extra, extremely thick walls. I've got one of those, and I threw it into that. And man, was that good. Actually, let me do this one here. So this picture here, this is the meats that we had: the turkey, the smoked ham, and then the brisket. That was so good. Every one of those, even the turkey, turkeys come with them damn pop-up things, and I hate those. They just irritate me. And because if you go by that, your turkey's always dry and disgusting. So this is just the brisket and the ham. And you can see on that first slice of brisket, it's got a pretty good smoke ring in there too. It took a lot of the smoke. You're going to buy a vertical pellet smoker? Yeah. That's the next thing I'm going to buy is going to be a vertical pellet smoker. I love the one I have now, the Pit Boss. I have the Pit Boss Austin XL. I got that at Walmart. That was their exclusive one for the summer. There was another one that they had there, and I can't remember what it was called, but it was just a little bit bigger than this one. And it had 2 full racks that you could use. I wish I would have gotten that one. it would have been a better a deal for me for what I'm using it for. But the Pit Boss with the sear option on them, it's absolutely fabulous because you can turn your grill down to like 180 degrees, throw a couple of steaks on there and let them slowly cook to whatever temperature you want, like 110 degrees. Pull them off, set them off the grill. You can open up that sear point and turn the grill up to 500 degrees. That sear area will go over 1,000 degrees. And just from that, it makes, man, you throw them steaks on there for 45 seconds on each side, and it gives it a nice sear and great flavor. All right, Aaron, this one's going to be for you here. Watch this. I was telling you about that cheesecake. This is the pumpkin pie cheesecake that my daughter got. And yeah, it slipped off the little cardboard thing there, and it's got that, that little thing right there where it's kind of messed up. But man, that thing was actually really, really good. Now, was it worth what she paid for it? I don't think so. Yeah, it was. That was fantastic. The one that my wife looked at and she actually wanted to try it, and then she found out the crust was just a sugar cookie. Was this one here? The kids really like this one here because it's a sugar cookie crust and then a cheesecake filling with fruits made into a turkey with a pear as the turkey itself. This was actually pretty cool. Smoked my cheese. Yes. Oh my God. I did this summer. I think the first time I did it was 4th of July. For the holiday there, we went out to my son-in-law's family for the 4th of July holiday. And before we went out there, I was like, we got to bring something because we were told not to bring anything. And I went to the store and I'm just looking around. What was something quick and simple that we could do that I could bring out there? And they had these, I don't even know what brand it was. Blocks of cheese are on sale. Some of them were, they were all cheddars, but the medium, mild, and sharp. So I said, well, what the heck? I grabbed one of each and I brought them home. I've got a large and a small smoke tube. The small smoke tube will smoke for like 2 hours. So I lit that small smoke tube and I threw that in on the pellet grill and put the cheese on the other end. And I smoked it for the 2.5 hours that was that tube lasted. The medium cheddar soaked in the smoke so much more than the other two, but they were absolutely delicious. We brought them out, and when I got out there, I sliced them up, and they had a pretty good sized smoke. You could tell where the smoke penetrated into the cheese, but the flavor was absolutely delicious. But that was, going back to what we were having here for Thanksgiving. The kids really enjoyed this fruit thing. I know they ate that. When my daughter, when she told my wife what that price was that she had, what she paid for that, she paid way more than what I would have ever paid for something like that. Let me put this one here back up. But this is just eating this right here. This is what I ate. I had, actually, I think the very first piece of ham right there on the bottom, that's the one I had. I had 3 pieces of brisket, and I had 2 big pieces of the turkey. I was going back to what I was talking about the turkey. You got that little pop-up thing on them. My wife goes by that. I stuck a wireless probe into it. 165 degrees is where the turkey's supposed to be done. It hit 165 degrees, and that little thingy didn't pop up. I had the probe on the other side of the turkey from where that was. So when it reached 100, well, it was actually about 168 when I saw it. I moved that probe to right next to where the pop-up was, and it still registered 167, 168, and the turkey was done. We put it on warm after that and just let it sit and continue to, just be in the roaster. It was right before we pulled it out to slice. That's when we noticed that it finally popped up, but I don't know what the temperature was when it popped or how long it had been at that temperature. But because we stopped it when the wireless probe said it was at 165, this turkey came out really juicy and tender. It was actually really, really good. Yeah, your son was sick on Thanksgiving. My daughter and I went to my mom's. It was her birthday as well. Oh, your daughter's or your mom's birthday? Your mom will cook turkey 3 times over. It seems to be what people will do. People are so afraid of getting sick from poultry, from chicken and from turkey, that they will overcook it really bad. Oh my goodness. I didn't even notice that there's a garlic powder and a Coke in the pitcher too, and my dad's legs. Oh, it's your mom's birthday? Well, happy birthday to mom. Oh, but I have one more picture I want to share with you, Aaron. I was off yesterday. Well, I wasn't off yesterday. The company I work for, we take Thanksgiving and the Friday after off. It's a paid holiday for us. We take President's Day in February. We work that day so that we can have the day after Thanksgiving off so people can travel and do what they want to do. Well, we have new projects going on at work, and the facility that I work at, that's my facility. I'm the boss on that facility. My boss was working on a project that we're putting new lines in. We're in a manufacturing facility. And the facility was supposed to start using this line on Monday. That didn't work. Automation wasn't set up right. My boss was talking with the boss of the automation company, trying to get stuff set up right. And Tuesday, it didn't get done right. Wednesday, it was all done. Everything worked out the way it was supposed to. One of the lines that connects to this line was put in wrong. The millwrights that put it in backwards onto a different line, and everything was completely wrong. So there we sat. We were supposed to do some stuff on Friday to validate it and commission it and get it into production. Yeah, it didn't work. So instead of having to work all day and babysit this new line, I just decided to take the rest of the day off. And I'm sitting here at the house, and I was like, oh, wait, my granddaughter has a birthday party today that we got to take her to, and it's at a skating rink. And we've been going to this ice rink since this summer. On weekends, we go there. I finally did this. I finally pulled the trigger. I didn't do them new, but I went out and I bought myself ice skates so I can finally go out there and be comfortable. These are so much better than the ones that we've been renting. So you can't eat chicken and turkey. It's too dry. No sauce saves it. Yeah, I get that. It's it's hard on a lot of people to eat like that. Chicken, turkey, it just doesn't always go with what people want to do. So it does. It takes time. Uh, if I can eat, if I can cook my own foods, most of the time I'm pretty good. Um, I just don't. Wait, you can't skate, Aaron, but you're on ice official for hockey then, or you just go for your kids to be at that skating? And you spend a lot of time at the ice rink. Man, doesn't take much to learn, bud. It's actually a lot of fun. Yeah, you're off ice. Yep, our our hockey team, the guys are trying. We have a lot of really talented kids on our NAHL team. They just can't seem to connect, and they're not meshing with each other quite like they should at this time of the year. It's been rough on them. Yeah, mini weekends. And see, that's when I was buying those skates. I noticed that the place that I was buying them at, it's a hockey place. It's a hockey store. They sell everything hockey there, all the equipment. They also had ref jerseys there, ref shirts. I was that close to buying the zebra striped shirt so I can go to the game and hold up my skates, go down the go down to the board, hold up my skates and say, "You want me to come in for you?" Yeah, I can be a smart ass. That would be something I would really probably get in trouble for. Excuse me, my being out in the cold, my body's thawing out. The Sabres are bad. Yeah, hey, again, my team's the Golden Knights. What's going on with them? I mean, they've gotten their ass handed to them the last few games that they've played. It's just terrible. I don't know what's going on with that. But our Minotauros, they got a lot of good players on that team. They're just not meshing with each other quite like we think they should. And they're having some difficulties on the ice with connecting with each other. They've got decent passing and they have decent yeah. That's why I put the napkin down. Pour more chocolate caramel element out of my heated thermos. Wow. Put that back on my hot plate. Ooh, that's good. Last night you could hear the fire and cell, the deep chants. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I follow the NHL, and I've actually looked at the Sabres a little bit more because of you. You like the Sabres, and then Sam and our Carnivore Quest stuff. Sam brings up stuff about their local sports teams all the time, so it's kind of funny. But my son, he's a big Minnesota fan, so and I see the Wild beat Colorado in overtime last night, so that means he's going to be happy. Your problem is the owner. He is a fan who bought the team, not a real owner. Not somebody that's trying to be there. Yeah, and it's like. You look at Vegas, they've got a hell of a team. They got a hell of a lineup in there, but today or last night they lost to Montreal 4-1, and they've really, really done a terrible last couple of weeks. They've had nothing but trouble. Yeah, the Wild, they're a hot team right now. They are. Oh, the Sabres are playing the Wild today. Okay, I didn't even click in today. Let's see, Tampa Bay and New York this morning, or at 2:00. Montreal and Colorado. Edmonton at Seattle, Boston, and Detroit. Philadelphia and New Jersey, Toronto and Pittsburgh, Winnipeg and Nashville. The Utah. What did they go with for Utah? Was that the Mammoth that they actually did that? It's Utah and St. Louis, Buffalo and Minnesota. Yeah, at 8:00 tonight. San Jose at Vegas, and then Vancouver at LA. Yeah, Vegas is stacked. Now, speaking of LA and then Pittsburgh, and hockey in general, we've got our Minot Minotauros. It's a junior hockey league. The guys play that to hopefully get scholarships or get pulled into a college team. We've had a few of our players go to the NHL, which is pretty cool. Blake Lizotte went to St. Cloud State, and then he got signed by LA Kings on the last game of the season a few years ago. And then he played 5 years for the Kings, and now he's playing for the Penguins. But Blake is probably the one who's done the best of all the players that have played for our hockey team. Yep, the Mammoth. And we've also had Mason Morelli has played, and there's a couple other guys, and I can't say their names. One of the guys played for the Avalanche. Pablo, I can't remember what his name is. But we've had a couple of people that have done that, and then quite a few that went into the AHL, including Wilmer Skoog. That's my son's girlfriend. Her favorite player is Wilmer Skoog. She has Skoog jerseys. So, and Wilmer is actually signed with a contract with the Panthers, but he's playing for the Charlotte Checkers. So he's got a two-way contract with them, and we've followed him for the last couple of years now. But it's actually pretty cool. It's a lot of fun watching these young guys grow up and do this kind of stuff. It's actually really cool stuff to watch. So what are your plans for today then, Aaron? You got anything special going on, heading out to the hockey rink, or you just hanging out today and relaxing for the weekend? Let's see. Yeah, the showcase tournaments are actually really cool. Is it in February? The NAHL does their showcase in Blaine, Minnesota, where the young guys that don't haven't signed with a college team in their last year that they can play in the league get to go to the showcase and show their skills, and they get put on different teams with different players so they can learn stuff and hopefully get picked up by somebody. It's actually really good. Oh, you're going to get your tree? Yeah, I haven't told my wife yet. She wanted to plug in the Christmas lights last night. Well, when I went out this morning, I had to get my snowblower from the back of the garage out so I could use it. And I had to move a lot of stuff around. And because I did that, I was like, I might as well get the Christmas lights on the outside of the building, the house here, plugged in and done. Last term, we had a few guys that will get drafted in the first 2 rounds. Well, that's pretty cool. So you're actually doing stuff with the older players that they're going to get drafted into the AHL, NHL, NHL, and AHL. There's a bunch of different leagues. So we it's like Mason Morelli. He's actually from the town that I'm at right now in Minot. He's a hometown guy. He played for our junior hockey team. He was on the Hershey Bears championship team a couple of years ago. And that's when the Vegas Golden Knights, the year that the Hershey Bears won that the AHL championship, the Calder Cup, that's the summer that Vegas signed him. And then, was it January or February that year that he actually got called up and played for the Knights, all different age groups. This one be NHL draft, yeah. It's really cool to watch these guys as they learn and they move up. Like the goalie we had last year, Lucas Svedin, he got signed by college, and he's, as of last night, he was 5-0 in his starts as a goalie. So, and last year, he's really small. And when he's in net, when he's in the butterfly, there's a gap between his head and the top of the top bar of the net. There's a considerable gap. You would think teams would just try to shoot over him, but he stops them. He's an excellent goalie. And he went unsigned until after the season ended last year, when that was his final season. And when he went to the top prospects showcase that they had, he did an outstanding. He had a shutout in the games that he played. He had a shutout, and for the whole 3 days that he was there, the 3 games that they played, nobody scored on him. He didn't get any interest from that. Nobody was contacting him or something. And you could tell it affected his performance after that. Because after that, his performance dropped. And it was terrible. You could see the guy was really hurting and depressed about it. Yeah, go to Rochester, watch AHL games. I would really like to have an AHL team close by. Our closest AHL team that I know of is the Iowa Wild. So we'd have to go to Des Moines to watch anything like that. I'm not driving that far to watch. I would, like Fargo has the USHL, which is a step up from the NAHL. We have one of our best players got called up to the Fargo Force last week, so we've got 2 games now without him, and we have missed him. They have, but it's just a fun day. But so I don't know, just one of those days, man. I'm just really behind the times today. It just sucks. Well, here, I'm going to change cameras here real quick. I'm pretty sure I can do that. I'm going to change to my USB camera, and then That's what it looks like outside my house right now. We got a nice winter wonderland. Yeah, excuse my dirty window. I didn't realize how dirty that window was until I was doing this. And then, for whatever reason, this camera does not pick up that sign very well. Oh, too funny. I'll go back to this camera. All right. Well, today, my granddaughter's got a birthday party at the ice rink today. So we'll be going there with her for that. Right after that birthday party's over with, there's open skating. So I'm going skating. And then later tonight, we have another hockey game with the Minotauros. So it's going to be a long day at the Mesa Arena. Yeah, it's just a dusting today. You can see the sidewalk. It might have been an inch, maybe just a little more than an inch. That's the nice thing about these windows. This window here is right under our heater vent, so I can pop it open and fold it down so I can actually get it warm, and I can clean the outside of the windows from inside the house. Same with the top part of it too. I can do the same thing on the top. I can just pop it open and do it that way. That's one of the guys from work. He's on his way to Toronto, or actually, he made it to Toronto. Yeah. You use new windows, add that to the never ending list. Absolutely. Oh. Well, I got to get real quick here. We got about 10 minutes before. I got just a few minutes before Larry goes live again today. Is he still going on at 10:55 this morning? Oh, what the heck? Larry's live right now. Yeah, Toronto's about half an hour away from you. On a clear day, you can see Toronto. That's cool. Yeah, no, I just looked at the show to see what time Larry is coming on, and it shows that he's actually live right now. So I'm gonna end this stream. I gotta go grab something to eat because it's a weekend. I normally eat breakfast, so I'm gonna go grab some eggs and some bacon, or grab maybe a couple of meat cookies, or otherwise known as burger patties. Have a couple of those so I can start my day right. With that, you all have a great day. If you haven't been to one yet, you guys should go to a meeting with Carnivore Quest. I said morning meeting will begin shortly. He's going into the intro right now. What the heck? Huh. Copy. All right. There's a link to the Carnivore Quest live meeting if anybody wants to go to that. Check these here out on the weekend. That's Larry and Cassie at Carnivore Quest. Wednesday through Sunday, they have a 10:55 a.m. support group meeting. And both Aaron and I participate in that. That's where I'm going to be heading to after this year. So if y'all want to continue and get some support, come talk to us at Carnivore Quest. So, all right, Aaron, we'll see you over there. Have a good day.